I'm Fergus Wessel and I run a workshop called Stoneletters where we make finely carved inscriptions and heraldry. In my workshop we have a fresh approach to the making of headstones, and when one commissions a stone I want it to be the client's, not mine. Something in which they can have an input, a level of control. When a client first comes in the workshop, I mean everyone is different, but most are vulnerable. They've never done this before, they're nervous, they're putting their trust in me, and them being comfortable in here is crucial, absolutely crucial. People often come to me for advice for wording, which is partly why we've written a book, to help people. We want something which is a bit more timeless, interesting. So many people walk around these cemeteries and churchyards, strangers, and they read the inscriptions. And if one of the inscriptions means something to that stranger, and then they can take away that inscription, then the inscription lives on, it has a reason, a purpose. And I think that's lovely. So we encourage poetry, we encourage quotations, we encourage uplifting messages, anything which is interesting. When you've just sat down and about to cut an inscription, it is really important to be calm and breathe, which is why we take so long sharpening our chisels and pencils. So actually the sharper it is, the more likely it'll break. So you have to be even calmer. And if you're calm, you can do the best work. You can carve nicely, there's a rhythm, there's a beauty there. I tell you what goes through my mind when I'm cutting letters, nothing. Because you're in this other place and this letter's growing in front of you, and you have to concentrate. You can't just go off or listen to the radio. To me, the term handmade means so much more than simply using a chisel and a mallet. It describes the process from start to finish, the quiet face-to-face consultation, the individual thought and design, the drawing, the carving, and the final placing of the stone. And I think when you're cutting by hand, you can adapt the letter form to improve the spacing, which you can't do by machine. So we would carve out, we would rough out a line with a chisel and then get rid of the pencil marks and then go over it again. And if there's a spacing issue, we can just adapt the letter slightly, make it a bit narrow, a bit wider. And that's the beauty of handmade, I think. I'm trying to get away from the sort of very grim, the Victorian view of death, the black polish, the top hats, it's pretty miserable, and I think headstones should celebrate a life. They shouldn't be too sad and morbid, even though they are quite often. They should be uplifting. We have many headstones going on at once, and there's a reason to this, really. It's because we never put clients under any pressure at all. And if it takes years to commission, that's fine. And then for a couple of years you might not hear of them again. But it doesn't matter, we just put the stone in the background and quietly get on with something else. Because what they need more than anything is space. We had one lady who came from a long way away and drove home again. She wasn't ready, and that's fine. And sometimes I will say to people, maybe come back next year or the year after, give it some time. Because people are under pressure by family or the church to put something in, and there should be no rush. This is going to be there for a long time, and so we should try and get it right. And I think I owe that to clients, to get it right.